First of all, I want to thank you all for coming. As you know, this is a very special day for me.
We don't know everything about your soon-to-be amazing life. In the Republican Party's search for the good old days,
I'm entering politics. Ta-da!
They have finally discovered that historical know-it-all, bombastic, constant user of the word frankly,
You're gonna get to be president. Oh, don't you say the L word.
Pillsbury Doughboy reincarnated. In what capacity are you entering politics?
Capacity?
New revolutionary face of Newt Gingrich. Oh my God.
Yeah, Lizzie. How?
I'm totally going to become Rick Perry's Republican spokesperson.
A man who got so pissed off that he got a lousy seat on Air Force One that he tried to shut the government down. And what if Rick Perry's no longer the front runner? Did you ever think of that?
Of course, Rick Perry is the front runner.
Herman Cain is the front runner.
No one with the last name of Cain is running for a Republican nomination.
Well, Newt's little hissy fit got his arch rival and fellow two-timer President Clinton reelected.
I hope that you are joking for the sake of all good Christians.
Herman Cain suspended his campaign, and I believe Newt Gingrich is in the lead. Newt may go down in history as the only Republican to get 2 Democrats elected president.
It's the salamander name.
All right. How about you just tell us what you have in mind for Rick Perry?
Okay, ladies, drum roll. YouTube.
Us two?
No, Bella. YouTube. Oh my God. Get ready for your close-up, Gwen.
I'm not ready for...
Oh, YouTube.
I think you have something in your teeth, Gwen.
I think you have something in your teeth.
Do I? Oh. You guys are all gonna be stars. You know you want the attention, Olivia. I am going to make Rick Perry the next YouTube sensation. I grew up in Texas, and sometimes it hurts my heart to think about all the racial insensitivity that goes on in our great state. I just want to run through my material with you guys before I make my debut. I think the problem is that there are not enough black people who support the Republican Party. I think that Rick Perry is like totally misunderstood. I know you people, he's a Texan, and Texans are sort of like above everyone else. I mean your people. Not like in a racial way, more like in a human way. Think that the Republican Party is all full of racists and bigots. Nobody wants to mess with Texans. It's like our theme.
Ooh, slogan.
If black people let bigotry prevent them from joining groups, then there would never ever have been basketball, and you know white men can't jump. Gwen, that's racist.
I think you're thinking of slur, not slogan.
That's okay, because Rick Perry is a different kind of Republican. Well, I just think I'm the best person to represent Rick Perry because I'm a Texan. He doesn't openly hate black people. Only a Texan can really know another Texan. Those days of lynching are long over. And I love Jesus.
You know you're not Catholic.
What, did I do it wrong? Nowadays the economy takes care of all of that.
No, honey, you just did it the Christian way.
But anyway, next I want to talk about black people. You know that N-word sign that Rick Perry has out on his hunting ranch?
Ooh, you mean African Americans?
Yes, who are black. I can't say that word.
What about African Americans who are not black?
Well, look at me. Blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin.
I'm pretty sure Charlize Theron is from Africa and she's white.
I'm not a sister from another mother. I want to talk about black people. I just don't feel comfortable saying the word. And how there are not enough black people in the Republican Party. I think that the only type of people who can really say that word are like black comedians, you know, Chris Rock. And if there were, the Republican Party would be way cooler and way more hip. Because Rick Perry can say that word, it just goes to show that he's real comfortable being racial. Bring in LL Cool J, or when Rick Perry washed over that sign, it made a strong statement that the word Ice Cube or Ice Tea, the racism is still just below the surface.
You do know that Herman Cain is the front runner.
That racism is still a problem.
And you do know that Herman Cain is black.
We all know what Rick Perry would do.
Herman Cain is running for president, and he's the front runner.
whitewash it.
And he's not from Texas.
That's right. Whitewash.
And he's black.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Herman Cain. He's a pizza guy, remember? He's ahead in the poll.
He thinks he has a 99.9% chance of winning or something. Why are y'all talking about polls? Polls are for strippers. Did it ever occur to him that if he was going to run for president, he was going to have to answer some really hard questions?
I think Herman Cain has too many girlfriends.
The good thing about Herman Cain is that he totally creates a lot of work for women.
He's always talking about math.
This one lady worked for him, and she made like $35,000.
I think Herman Cain should just surrender.
And another lady made like $45,000.
And that way those girls can get right back on their poles and earn their college education.
I wonder what you have to do to get that extra 10.
Oh my God, just stop. Did somebody spike your drinks with stupid roofies?
I know the real reason why Herman Cain went past Mitt Romney in the polls.
Have I become invisible over here? Because Herman Cain is gone.
The American people don't know anything about Mormonism.
Wait, what? Is he dead?
Do we need to go to the funeral?
But we know lots about pizza.
Next, I want to talk about Social Security and how basically Rick Perry knows it's a Ponzi scam.
Scheme. Everybody knows that Social Security was invented by socialists to lull the Americans into a false sense of, well, Social Security.
And how in Texas we kill tons and tons of killers.
My idea to improve the Social Security system is to weed out old people.
That could be Rick Perry or the Republican Party's theme.
In addition to the whoop bill, that's weed out old people, the government should mandate a bill that would allow all Americans to go out in a blaze of glory. It's referred to as a slogan called the Bach Bill.
Oh, it would be, we kill killers.
It would lower the cost of cigarettes,
The Republican slogan could be
abolish the speed limit on all federal highways,
Decision 2012 Killer of Killers.
outlaw the wearing of helmets,
I think it should be called Indecision 2012.
and get rid of the doors on all buses and subways. Olivia is right. Newt Gingrich is ahead in the polls.
The salamander?
I know that Newt Gingrich really believes in family values.
I'm so confused.
He practiced them with all three of his wives. They're just trying to explain that first Michelle Bachmann was number one. Sure, he was publicly damning President Clinton for screwing around. Rick Perry was first. At the same time, he was screwing around on his future next wife. Herman Cain jumped ahead, but he had a really good reason. Now, Newt Gingrich is number one. You can't take a sick wife to the White House.
Well, don't forget Donald Trump.
You know he wasn't going anywhere with that comb over.
The Republican Party would date anybody before they would marry Mitt Romney.
She isn't young enough or pretty enough to be the president's wife.
Looks like Republicans just aren't that into you.
So obviously Newt's heart is conservative enough. Is lucky that he even registers in the polls, but his penis acts like a liberal. And he comes across so nasty and mean.
Newt really does have that hate thing down.
All we are saying
Is give hate a chance. It's more fun that way.
I think all we need to ask is, what would Rick Perry do?
Oh, is anybody hungry?
I am.
Let's order pizza.
Yeah. Do you guys want to try Godfathers?
I don't think The Godfather delivers.